Welcome to the Banger Music Hour, best female vocalist and winner of the best song by solo artist, all the way from Spain. Come on in, Barbara Black.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello, everybody.
We're doing great. How are you today?
I'm happy today. Yes, I'm fine.
Well, congratulations on winning the 2 awards. I'm really happy you made that little video for us, and it really made me excited. You're really the only artist that really put that effort in. So thank you again for being part of the Music Awards.
You're welcome. I think it's very, very important to appreciate the things that people do for you. So I thought that video was very important for me.
Well, thank you very much. Why don't we talk about your song Damified real quick, since that won you the best song by solo artist. Tell us a little bit about that song.
This song was the second track that we composed for this album. And for me, it's the most special one because when I sing it, I can feel the fury in my stomach and I can feel how I change my body, my mind. I completely another person when I sing it, and it's like it melts like Pantera style, but also you can find melody in the chorus, so with very background vocals. So I think it's a fusion of styles that I think is very, very interesting.
And you said it's the second single on the album. Was that part of the Tamer? Is that on that album as well?
Yes, that's correct. Tamer was the first song that we composed for this album, and it's the perfect link between our previous album, that it's called Ad Libitum. And Ad Libitum was a bit of a country rock style, but when we were composing this new album, we felt that we need the metal energy because we are metalheads. So that's why Javier, my guitar player, composed this crazy and wild riff guitar. And we were so motivated with this riff that the song was composed in a week.
Really?
Yes. And about the lyrics is very interesting because we are very conscious about the animal rights, and we collaborate with many animal associations. I don't know if that's correct. And this song talks about a tiger story that I watched on the news 2 summers ago. And this animal was being mistreated in a circus, and the story was such a cruel that I decided to tell his story, but from the point of view of the revenge, of the tiger's revenge. You know what I mean?
Yes. Now, when you write music, do you also participate in the music part? Or do you play guitar, or is that left up to your guitar players to bring in the music and then you write the lyrics? How do you go about writing songs?
I play the piano, but we don't have piano on this band. But when I compose, I sit on my piano and I try to compose some chords or melodies, and I take them with my musicians and show them okay, what can we do with all these things? And on the other side, maybe Javier or Nitro, my drummer, or whatever, they show us, look at this, we have this riff, this musical sketch, so how we can develop it. So we are in the musical room for many days and hours. But this album, we have worked a lot with the digital gadgets because we were composing during the summer. I was on holidays in Edinburgh, and Javier was in the south in Spain. So we were in different places. So we decided to record some parts of the ideas and work like this. It was very interesting.
Now, how long were you in the studio?
In the studio, we were a month, more or less.
Oh, that's pretty quick, actually. So you had all the songs written in advance. You didn't work out any songs in the studio. You just went in with songs you already had written then.
We had to be very quick in the studio because you know that a musical studio is very is very expensive. So
Yes.
that's the reason why I don't enjoy so much being in the studio, because I always feel the pressure of you have to sing the best of you in an hour or in 2 hours. You have to record 2 songs, for example, and it's like, okay, I can't be ill, I can't be tired, I have to be perfect. So for me it's very stressful. But Nitro, for example, enjoys so much playing in the studio. He changed his mind, and it's like, I think it's like an octopus. He doesn't have two arms. He has 8 arms. It's like a gorilla playing. I think that I have to learn from him his attitude in the studio.
So you like to perform live more than being in the studio?
Yes, I love the audience energy and the adrenaline on the stage. For me, it's much more better.
Now, is there a particular venue that you prefer to play at?
I don't mind, because I can be singing in big places, but I can be singing in small bars or restaurants. Nitro and I were working, for example, in a jazz band for many years, and we were playing, for example, each Wednesday night in the restaurant with all the customers, and it was a different atmosphere, and you can enjoy the different situations.
Do you guys play the same set every night, or you switch up the set to depending on like what you want to, what you're feeling for the night?
With Barbara Black band, we are used to have the same songs with each new album, because we try to, how do you say, to link some songs, and this kind of arrangement are very important to rehearse. But for example, if we have an acoustic show, we change the songs.
Okay. Now, Vampire Love, that's the most recent single you sent in to us. Can you give me a little background on what's behind this? Is this part of a larger rock opera or something?
It's very interesting, because at the beginning it was only a song, but when I listened to the next instrument song, I thought that they were very, very related. So I decided to link the story in the 2 songs. Something like conceptual album, but only with 2 songs. So that's why I wrote chapter 1 and chapter 2. And I enjoy it so much that I'm going to tell you something new, that we are starting to work in the new album, and it's going to be conceptual because of these 2 songs, because I enjoy it so much to work like this. It's difficult. I know that it's difficult, because you have to build a story, and it has to have sense. But I think that is like I don't know the word, but I think it's difficult, and I love to I don't know the word. Try to do the things more difficult each time I compose. So the story of these 2 songs is about the gender violence. I think that is very shocking when you see a woman that is being hurt, and she's still in love with her mistreater. And that's why I thought that it's like a toxic relationship, and I thought that it's very similar to a vampire. I think that the vampires shed your blood. So I think that is very related. So that's why I decided to write this story in the Victorian London streets. I tell you that she's in love with the vampire, but he at the end killed her, and she wake up in the middle of the cemetery, and she realized that she's dead because she started to listen to all the flies around her, and that's how she knows that she's a corpse bride, because of the sound of the flies. So that's why the second song is called Queen of Flies. You know what I mean?
Yes. Now when is that song coming out?
That song, we are waiting for recording the video clip because it's the last track in the album. And we have all the things prepared for this video clip from before the previous summer, but you know that here in Spain we have some time restrictions with the COVID and all these things, and now we can't record during the night, and we want to record this video clip during the night. So we are waiting for the COVID to allow us to do it.
Sure. I wrote a song a few years ago, Love Vampire, and it's very much the same type of thing, except it's a little bit in the reverse, where a woman sucked a man dry of all his love and stuff. But it's very similar, just with like a man's viewpoint versus a woman's viewpoint. So when you sent me the song, I was I was like, wow, that's cool. It's like even the title is reversed.
Did you, John? Did I copy you?
No. I'm telling you, you're much more heavy metal than me. And what made you to decide to go heavy metal versus like other genres? Is that like your favorite style, or?
The five of us, I know that we can feel the energy of the metal in our veins. I think that it's a philosophy, style of life. I know that people who love the power of the metal, we feel different. I love all kind of music, but when I compose, when I have to sing a song, I prefer much more the energy of the metal. I've been working for 6 years in an orchestra, and I've been singing all the different genders, ballad, salsa, pop, soft rock, gospel, but I prefer. I realized that I was a metalhead when at the end of the show, a show of 5 hours, the only rock song that we played was ACDC, Highway to Hell, and it was like my moment in the night. And it was like, oh yes, thank you, Satan.
That's funny because AC/DC is my favorite band too. That's pretty cool. So playing Highway to Hell.
Yeah, it's so cool, and the energy with the audience at that moment, it's magic.
Now you're very soft spoken, but I hear you on those songs and you're just belting it out. I'm getting way up there. Where do you find that power?
Many people told me that the same thing that you said. I don't know. I think that it's because of the vocal technique. I've been studying for so long, so many vocal lessons, and I'm very freaky on this topic, and I research for many tutorials, many teachers. I don't know, I think that I started singing opera technique. When you sing that kind of style, your resonance is very powerful because your voice goes like this, your mask face or your face mask, and in your skull here, and it's like you can sing such a big volume. And I think that this technique helped me so much. And after 8 years singing opera, I did a course. It was called, I I have forgotten now.
It's okay.
Oh my God. No, it's very, very famous. The teacher is Helen Rosen. Maybe you have heard. Okay, I will tell you later. But it's very, very interesting because they tell you that you can find different ranges on your voice. For example, soft voice, opera voice, speech voice. What else? Dry voice. You know what is dry voice when you do like this? And I know that this point is where the screaming starts, when you want to break your voice and obviously not harming you. I work it with the dry voice. So I think it's very, very interesting. But I'm very, very freaky. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Now, who are your influences? Because at times I've actually heard a little King Diamond in your style. Is he part of an influence, or do you have influences?
I have influences, but not that one. Of course, my main influence is Doro Pesh. She is my metal mom, of course. But I love so much Mr. Big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that the four of them, or the five, if you count Richie, who was the other, Paul and Richie. I don't know. I don't remember the surname. But Billy Sheehan, Pat Torpy, they are all very talented musicians. But Eric Martin's voice, I think, is such a special voice. So when I was 15 years, I listened to his voice, and I listened to the Learning to It album, and I thought, oh my God, what is this? For me, it was like, I don't know, another world. And now I'm 36 years old, and I think that album is one of the best rock albums that we can choose. But nowadays I have some more influences. For example, in the last year, do you know In This Moment with Maria Brink?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love her voice. I think she's such a talented woman. I know that she can create that atmosphere, and she plays with the soft voice, and suddenly she breaks her voice with the screaming. So I think she's amazing, and I've been studying her songs for so long. So I don't know, but we enjoy so much Alter Bridge, Blackstone Cherry, Blue Saraceno, so many people.
No, that's great. So before we let you go here, why don't you tell everybody how they can find you on the internet, where they can go to buy your music and all that?
You can go to our website, it's www.barbarablackrock.com, and you can find all our things, the merchandising, our biography, all the things.
No, that's so awesome. Barbara, thank you so much for joining us on this show, because, yeah, I mean, you just have an amazing voice. All your songs are great, and I'm so glad that you could join us for this hour. And if there's anything we can do on our end, or if you keep sending us your music, and we're going to keep playing, because we love Barbara Black over here, and we're going to give you as big a voice as we can here in the States.
Thank you so much. I am really appreciated.
No problem. That was Barbara Black. We'll be right back, folks.